If you've struggled with capturing and managing your ideas, you're not alone. Right? Ideas, they often seem fleeting, like wild horses running through an open field. They appear suddenly, full of energy, but if you don't act quickly, they vanish. Here's the truth. Ideas are not meant to manage themselves. They need somebody to guide them. And that's where you come in, not as an idea collector, but as an idea wrangler. Quick shout out to Allen Arnold for this brilliant idea that I'm going to dive into. The poet Ruth Stone offers a beautiful metaphor for this process, right? She described how while working in the fields, poems would come to her like a thunderous train of air barreling down across the landscape. And if she didn't stop everything to capture them, the words would just continue on, looking for another poet to claim them. Think about that for a moment, right? Like, what if the random ideas you encounter are not random at all? What if they're waiting for someone, you, to notice them and grab hold of them and then give them form? Hey, before I continue on, I wanted to let you know about my free note-making guide. The video that you're watching now is a result of me following this process and these methods. If you follow what's in this guide, you'll never have to worry about getting stuck creatively. You'll have a flowing river of unique ideas for the projects that you're working on. You'll discover sticky analogies that will spice up your ideas, and then you'll create a rhythm to slow down. How many of us need to slow down? I know I need to slow down. And you'll have a rhythm to think deeply more often. So if you're interested in any of that, click the link in the description below. All right, let's keep going. To wrangle something means to herd or guide and care for it, right? One synonym for wrangle is shepherd. Just as a shepherd leads their flock to new pastures, you can lead your ideas to new places. And just as a shepherd observes the patterns in the flock, right? You'll notice patterns in your ideas if you return to them consistently. For me, this often happens with the Bible, right? I'll sit with a verse one morning and then revisit it the next, and then something entirely new will stand out. Sometimes one insight leads me to a completely different verse, opening up connections I hadn't noticed before. The more time that I spend, the more I uncover. And the same principle applies to any idea, right? Spend enough time with it and it will reveal new layers and new connections and even new directions you haven't considered before. So what does this look like in practice? Well, I got 3 things for you, and I'm laying them out right here, right? Number 1 is to revisit ideas regularly. Don't let an idea be a one and done moment, right? Return to it multiple times daily, if possible. Over time, patterns and connections will emerge. Number 2, write something down, okay? Every time you revisit an idea, write something down. It doesn't have to be profound. A few words or sentences can capture your evolving thoughts and open the door for further exploration. One thing that I often do is pin the notes that I'm thinking about, right? So that they're easily accessible and I can easily reference them and go back. So when I have a thought, I can just hop into that note quickly, jot something down in a bullet point, and hop back out. And hop back in to another note, jot something down, and hop back out. Then finally, number 3 is parse it out. Take a word or a concept within the idea or a quote and dig deeper. Look up its definition, the synonyms, or even antonyms, right? Rewrite the idea using these variations, and you'll find new perspectives or applications that you hadn't considered before. Actually, while spending time with the Idea Wrangler concept, I found the word shepherd, right? Which opened up new connections for me. This whole idea of guiding ideas. I love that. And it makes so much sense to me as someone who can, even as a parent, right? I understand what that means to guide somebody, right? We can guide our ideas. So the next time an idea comes barreling down at you like Ruth Stone's thunderous train of air, don't let it pass you by. Wrangle it, guide it, and who knows, you might just lead it somewhere extraordinary.